Hi guys, so today we'll be solving this problem called Pascal's triangle. Let's understand what we need to do here. So we've been given a number, which is number of rows which is needed to form a Pascal triangle. Okay. So what is a Pascal triangle? Let's understand that first. So in a Pascal triangle, we have elements at the corner. Okay, at the corner, which is extreme left and at the extreme right. Okay, all of these elements are always one, and the elements which are in between are always a sum of extreme left and extreme right in an upper row of that current element, sum of those two elements. So 1 plus 1 would be 2 here. Similarly, here, if we see, then this is a sum of extreme left and extreme right element. So this would be 1 plus 2. And 3 here would be extreme left and extreme right element, 2 plus 1, which is 3. Similarly here, we have 1 and 3, which is 1 plus 3, which gives us 4. And 6 is 3, it's 3, it gives us 6. And 4 is 3 and 1, which gives us 4. Okay, so every element at the extreme left and extreme right is just 1, and every element in between is the sum of extreme left and extreme right element. Okay, so I hope you guys understood the Pascal's triangle, uh, and what we need to do to get and draw a Pascal triangle. So let's understand how we can make it and convert it into the code. Okay, so what we'll be doing is that we'll be maintaining a vector of vector to store elements at every level. Okay, so we can see at every ith level, so 0, 1, 2, 3. So at every ith level we have I plus 1 element. Okay, at every ith level, which is 0th level, we have one element. At one level we have two element. At the second level we have three element. So at every ith level we have I plus 1 element. Okay, so this is a analogy that we have understood. Okay, so that's what we need to do, is that first of all we need to run a for loop, and I equal to 0, I is less than number of rows I plus plus, and then we need to first of all make sure of the condition that at every corner of the element we have 1. Okay, so for that I'll be making a vector first, result, and I'll be initializing to I plus 1, because at every ith level we have I plus 1 element. So I plus 1 element should be there, and I'll be initializing it to 1, so that our task of getting 1 at the extreme left should be done. And then I'll be running a for loop again, and if we understand the pattern, that at every I and jth level is a sum of I minus 1 and j minus 1 element, and I minus 1, and this should be 1 here, sorry. So I minus 1 and j element. Okay, so we can see this is the sum of these two. So this is I minus 1, this is 3 minus 1, and this is also j minus 1, which is 1 minus 1 gives us 0, and this is I minus 1, which gives us 3, which gives us 2, and this is j, I'm sorry about that, j minus 1. Okay, so we understand that at every uh, level, if we need the sum, so result of ij would be always result of I minus 1, j minus 1 plus result of uh, I minus 1 and jth element. Okay, so this is the analogy that we understand. Then we run we need to run a for loop here also, because we need to understand from where we are getting j. So we understand that we want at every element at the corner, at the corner, at the corner, 1. So at every element which is in between, so every element which is starting from 1 and going till less than 1, which is going till I minus 1. Okay, so at every element which is starting from 1 and going till I minus 1, that only needs the sum. So if we see 1 and 2 only needs the sum here, and if we see here 0 1 2 3 4, so 1 2 3, only these three elements need the sum, which is I minus 1. So I minus 1 element need the sum here. So we understand that j will be running from 1 to j is less than I, j plus plus. Okay, so yeah, that will give us the answer that we need to make. And yeah, that's what we need to do here. So let's code it, and it will be more clear for you to understand. So first of all, we'll be creating a vector int result. Okay, then we'll be running a for loop, which is I is less than n, I plus plus, to get every level. Okay, and then also we'll be creating another element, or sorry, vector, which is denoting every level. So this would be having I plus 1 element, and it is initialized to 1. Okay, then we run a for loop wherein j is equal to 1 to j is less than I, j plus plus, and we'll be having result of I and j as result of I minus 1 j plus result of I minus 1 j minus 1. Okay, so that's what we'll be having here, and then we will simply returning result. Okay, so that's what we need to do. Let's run the code to see if everything is working fine. Yeah, that works, and that is accepted. So I hope you guys understood the problem. Do solve it, and do like the video and subscribe the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it. Thank you.